Hi everybody, it's me, Lagarlax, and I'm also known as Chino and Artie. I'm proud to make this review because it's called SNK versus Capcom 2. This is a remix title. When I say a remix, this is actually a very accurate way of playing the game to me because ever since I got into this version, this is a version that I actually enjoyed more than playing the real edition. The soundtrack is great, and also when me and my friends likes to kick each other's ass playing this game, we actually have a good time playing with it. We blast it out. Everybody's drinking and chilling, watching us game because I do have kickbacks. So here, this is the soundtrack. I'm gonna blast it out a little bit. Has a great beat to it. So I'm gonna show you guys some gameplay of me playing the game. Let me lay this camera down. And I'm also gonna show there's some widescreen extras on. They call it Geom extra on the borders. Because right now I have it set on bordered. So ADX is an audio type. I'll explain later.
Capcom versus SNK2. Here we go.
Yeah, hear the soundtrack. It's amazing. It's really. Okay, I'm gonna change this real quick. No, I'll just keep it default.
Let's do this. Are you ready? It's all great. I knew that groove was in your heart. Fire great. Oh man, are you ready for this? And adoration that comes with the world. Here we rock. This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
I got a border. Now to solve that problem, I have Geo mode where this is what I'm gonna do. Expose it. There you go. I got more room to fight now.
Teach about this is the one black Johnny and that's snitches out in the crowd. They on Sinatra, look around. Everybody on Sinatra. I'm talking about the shit called I mean, just go bonkers, man.
I can't go back to the regular.
They got you.
Live and let die.
Now, whoever compiled the ADX files and converting them to today's music, I gotta say it's amazingly fun. I can't go back to the original SNK version. This is the soundtrack. And another thing about the emulation is that it actually exposes the widescreen, anything that's 3D, because there's a glitch. Anything that's 2D sprites, you're going to notice a border and it's going to leave trails. So it leaves tail of trails, so it's really bad. But yeah, everything else, look at this. final thought about this version is that yes, it's cool playing it on the PC Dreamcast because you got a full look at the arena, fully exposing, and then because if you're playing it on its Dreamcast format on a regular TV, even on today's television, because if you play in the original hardware, you're gonna have this border. So now I gotta say, let me exit and rerun it. There's other compiled CDs of this game. Look at this. Let me explain more about the Dreamcast. Ever since they canceled the console, they started making their own burn copies. I mean, literally, they're still making games for it independently. Independently, they're making games for it. Like this game called Ghostfire or something. I don't know. This is very amazing. I mean, the Dreamcast is it's still an amazing hardware to me because when you look at the Dreamcast console, I look at it as better than the Nintendo Wii when it came out. So this is a compiled another thing. So it's very different. So I actually get Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, there we go. Now this is the original version. You can even hear the music and everything. I can't go back to this version. It's really, I like the new one. It's even my buddies and all my friends, because a lot of Latinos like Street Fighter. So I gotta say, they gotta say that this version, the version that I was playing in the beginning, is more better than this.
Capcom versus SNK 2.
Now this game now ends up sounding like a regular video game, not like a party game.
Check it out. This is the first dream event of the 21st century. Great! I knew that groove was in the Millionaire Fighting 2001 is about to begin. Hardcore fans have been eagerly. Oh man, are you ready for this? This tournament is in under the Kid Rocket, baby. This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
Now I can't handle the music like it was before, after, you know, like now I can actually still do the widescreen hack into it and fully expose the texture map about this game. Okay, my final thoughts. After they made that remix edition, I can't even go back to the original version. That remix edition is what's today's music, basically. Basically it's more of Americanized. Whoever actually compiled it did a great job, and they actually made another version for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'll have the link below to download that version that I played. You have to download from this website called thisiso.com with a Z, not this with a S. But it's really fun. I know there are so many people compiling games, and even that fake Mortal Kombat 4 Gold I got, that was compiled from a PlayStation 1 source, and it's kind of crazy. So now when I'm playing Dreamcast games, there's a lot of things to offer with NullDC. This is my favorite Dreamcast emulator, and it runs great. So I got Resident Evil and all these other ones, and I even got the like SNK versus Capcom versus SNK, the first one. It still lives up today. I gotta say, the soundtrack is how it's supposed to be. Let's see if it load. Come on, load, baby, load. This is the original game, and it seems like it lived up to it.
Capcom.
See, it sounds more lively. Capcom, this is actually fun to listen to. Has that techno house beat to it. So when Capcom vs SNK 2 came out, the soundtrack got really dull. And when you play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it became more jazzy. And I gotta say, well, the Dreamcast version of that game I was displaying right now is not actually the fun way to play. The best way to play is for the PlayStation 1. You actually get to play as Dan as well out of the box. I gotta look for my copy. I remember that game was only a $19 game. So, but I thank you guys for watching. I'm just saying there's actually a lot of things to offer for the Dreamcast. I actually have the physical hardware. I'm recently playing it for the PC for the reason because I get progressive scan and I get to play the games in full 720p if I want to. Even 1080p and the resolution I was playing in full frame rates. So the Dreamcast emulator is not really high requirements. You can actually play it on an Android operating system, and I got it running on my REMIX OS operating system on my laptop. It actually runs better than the PC version, but there's a problem. There's not a lot of games really supporting yet to it, but once they finish coding the game right, yeah, like look at PPSSPP. PSP emulator, that's another one too. Depends on your hardware, but the Dreamcast emulator, I actually got that game running even on a Pentium 4, so it runs great, like I say. So if you have the physical hardware, what benefits out of it is that there's so many ISOs that you can download on the internet, that you can actually still browse the internet on it too. With the broadband router, with the browser, play MP3s, etc. Because the Dreamcast hardware has Windows, or what you call it, Windows CE embedded edition in there, so it's running on the Windows hardware. So it does great. So thank you guys for watching, and click on the link below to download the REMIX edition. So I thank you. Bye.